my name's Matt Sylvester and welcome to Backyard Adventures. Today I'm going to talk about what I did to improve my Royal Enfield Himalayan 450 to make it the perfect bike for me. I'm going to take you over the various parts that I've added and explain why I did so. And so hopefully you'll gain an understanding as to how you can improve your Himalayan 450 should you need to. So the first modification I actually made to this bike, and which I also did to my G310GS, was to mount the Shad 50 litre box. They come with bike specific mountings. They're relatively easy to get on and off. There is some frustration involved though sometimes. They are very, very well on. And they come with mounting plates, like I just said, which are actually fairly easy to install. They're made of hard plastic, and it just enables me to use the bag for taking stuff on shorter trips. I've got two first aid kits, one here, one there. That one's a little bit muddy, but it's all protected on the inside, so it's all good. This one I've just attached, it's a Molle, it just goes over there, clearly marked. Yeah, I've got a dog on there because I love dogs. And then a friend of mine was kind enough to send me two Lomo bags. I've got one here and one on the right. This one I use for packing up things like food, batteries, camera, and light clothing if I need it, like a light top. And then the other one, I have a spare gear lever, a spare brake lever, a tyre checker, some rock straps, and a few other things. And also in this bag, I've also got a roll-out splint for just in case things happen. You've no doubt seen that I've also got cable ties on both sides, so that if things need to be tied up, they can. So if anything breaks or anyone else's bike needs to be fixed, I've got some cable ties just to get on there. They're not huge cable ties, but they should do the job. This for me was a must because I have had stones and such flung up at me, and yes, it's a plastic light cover, but I wanted it protected. Also, it does make the bike look badass. The screen is also bigger. It's normally about this big. I still find it too small. If you hit certain speeds, the wind funnels over this in an alternating manner, meaning that because I'm tall, it hits my shoulders alternating, which then sets up a vibration in the wheel and makes the front wheel wobble, which is not a nice experience. However, you know, at lower speeds, it does keep everything off you. These are probably one of the best investments I've made, and that's the Doubletake Mirrors. They are amazingly good at just being able to take a bit of punishment, going on the lanes, and there's no vibration when you're riding, which is absolutely brilliant. The picture remains perfect, crystal clear, whereas on the old G310GS, it used to vibrate, so you wouldn't be able to see this very well. The next thing I had added was the Radiator Guard, and as you can see, whilst out on the lanes, I've hit stones and it has protected the radiator very well. I would say that's probably one of the most important things that you need to add to your bike if you're out on the lanes, because you will kick up mud and stones and you will deform your radiator if you haven't got one of these on. Following on from the radiator, one of these. Aluminium, I think it's 3.5mm thick Sump Guard, and I actually broke the face of a rock off with this whilst learning how to ride in a quarry with the TRF. Very glad I had that because I think it would have actually broken the bike. Along with the Sump Guard, I then also had these bars fitted, and as you can see again, they have come in very handy. I did actually have an off at about 175 miles in on the bike, which you can see on the channel, and the bike just soaked up the punishment with these bars. These bars are absolutely brilliant. The next thing you might want to do is remove the bungs from the pedals. This just gives you the opportunity to get a better grip, and you don't have to worry about your boots slipping off when they get wet and muddy. The next thing I did was these protectors. They are actually Royal Enfield, and as you can see, they've seen some use already. I have had a few offs, but that's what happens when you're green laning. And yeah, very good. A Quadlock with vibration dampener is also very important to me. It enables me to mount my phone, and I can use it for nav or easy communication when I can see who's calling me if someone's calling me. The next one I had to do was buy one of these adapters because the bike comes with USB-C, but my phone is so old, I have to have an adapter for it. But they're dirt cheap. I think I got 3 for £4. Well worth the money. One of the things I learned I really needed for riding in winter was, yep, you've guessed it, heated grips. So I had my local dealer's CMS fit them, and they work perfectly. Although sometimes I do find I turn them on no matter what the weather. I also bought the rally seat. As you can see, it's a lot narrower here than on the normal Himalayan, and I actually found it to be more comfortable. So that's why I went for this. It means you can stand up better. So hopefully you've enjoyed the video. Let me know in the comments what you've done to your bike, and let me know if you spotted the deliberate mistake in this video. Ride safe.